What are we doing here? That is the question. And we are blessed in this, that we happen to know the answer. Yes, in this immense confusion, one thing alone is clear. We are waiting for Godot to come.
What are we waiting for?
Wait no more. It is here. It's a real honour to welcome one of the stars of Samuel Beckett's play Waiting for Godot, the one and only Sir Ian McKellen. Welcome to Good
You
Living.
must excuse me looking like this. I've been growing my hair for, was it 2 years now, playing Waiting for Godot.
Well,
I'm playing an old man who doesn't have anywhere to live and there's no barber around, but I feel a fool all day long.
Yeah, it looks great. It's
Thank
becoming. Ian, it's a real pleasure to have you back here in New Zealand. Are you enjoying being back?
Oh, what do you think? Yes. That's my second home, really. Sometimes I think it's my first home. I'd rather hope that while I was here in Christchurch, I was just going to stay on and slip into filming The Hobbit, you know, the precursor of Lord of the Rings.
Of course.
But it's not quite happened like that, and we don't actually know whether we're going to be filming it at all. So after this, I've got time to slip over to Cape Town. So we're going to take, as a little extra, we're going to take Waiting for Godot to Cape Town, into a township there, into a gymnasium.
Oh, that'll be fantastic.
Without our set, we have a wonderful set, but we won't be able to take it to South Africa.
Okay.
But actually, the end of this 2 years of doing this play is going to be in Christchurch on Thursday, our very last performance.
Okay, so that is very special, and you need to book your tickets to go and see this, because we're so lucky to have it here in Christchurch. To see you live on stage, Roger Rees, Matthew Kelly, you know, the works. It's really, really exciting.
It was amusing. Last night I went to the pictures and they were advertising a National Theatre production from London, which you could see live on the screen. Well, we're actually here.
Yeah, exactly,
so
live
people
here in
come,
Christchurch.
having seen Avatar, say it's all in 3D. I say, well, you know, we go to the theatre, it's in 3D all the time.
Don't need the glasses. So, Ian, how would you describe Waiting for Godot in your own words?
Well, after my experience of doing it for so long, one of the great plays, one of the very great plays and entertaining plays, and I had no idea how much fun it was going to be, not just to be in, but for the audience. And Samuel Beckett called it a tragic comedy. And it's about the life of two guys who are homeless, no food, not much food, no job, and both sort of my age, in their 70s. You know, my character's got bad feet and short-term memory loss, and Roger Rees' character's got prostate problems. I can sympathise with all this. And they're waiting for something that'll improve matters, and they think Mr. Godot's going to do that when he turns up and offers them a job and somewhere nice to live, I suppose. Well, whether he turns up or he doesn't, well, you have to wait and see when you see the show. But it's a sort of metaphor for all our lives, and I think what was clever about Beckett was he discovered what nobody else had really noticed, that although we think we're very busy all day long, that we've got lots to do, actually, underneath it all, we're waiting, you know, waiting for the right job, waiting to meet the right person. I used to wait for Christmas when I was a kid.
That's it, it's always
waiting to win
game.
the pools, you know, the lottery. Or waiting for death, and there's a lot of waiting, and that's what these characters do, and while they're waiting, they amuse each other and meet other people who are surviving in this strange world where something dreadful has happened, and they're living in ruins and not really in control of their lives anymore.
Has it been hard for you to play that character then for a couple of years?
It was one of the easiest parts I've ever played.
Really?
I just jumped into it. Sean Mathias, an old friend of mine who's directing it, said, "Ian, you've just got to play the child. Let Roger Rees, your friend and partner in the play, be the parent." And I find it dreadfully easy to be, you know, sort of, oh, please help me out, and to moan and to cry and complain, and then be silly and do the little jokes that they do with each other. So I found it a very easy part to play, and he gets to sit down quite a lot, which is very nice.
Yeah, so that's nice, isn't it? Nice and relaxing on stage every night. The cast has changed slightly as well, coming over from England to here. I mean, I think we mentioned Patrick Stewart, he was in it before.
Yes, well, we do that quite a lot in the UK. I mean, if a show's a hit, sometimes actors like me want to go on doing it, and others have other obligations that they have to go to. So I am the only person left from the original cast. But there have been changes, but this cast played in the West End for about 6 months, sell out, and then we started this tour of Australia, and then we nipped over to Wellington. Lovely to be back in Welly.
I
And it wasn't
bet.
windy, it was lovely.
Wow.
And the weather today. What's
I know,
happened in
I
Canterbury?
know.
It's perfect, isn't it?
Gorgeous. Frosty, but gorgeous.
So this cast is a top-notch, and I think the play's working better. Don't tell the other actors, but with this group than it has before. And it's really realised I'm very proud of this show.
Well, we can't wait to see it. I'm just so looking forward to tonight.
Good.
You're starring with Matthew Kelly, as we all know, from Stars in Your Eyes. We're big fans of that show here.
Was that
in New
shown
Zealand.
here? Yes.
Yes, it was big.
He's one of the most glorious men, and if you see him around town, say hello, because he'll give you a good time. Yeah.
So if you and Matthew were just kind of, you know, fooling around, waiting in between scenes and things, and he said to you, Ian, tell me who you're going to be tonight, who would you choose to be on Stars in Your Eyes?
Oh,
Right
what
here,
a
right
good
now.
question. My goodness me, you landed me in that. George Formby, I'm leaning on the lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady comes by. Oh, me. That's enough of that.
Fantastic. You see, that's your next job. So you've been acting for such a long time and been so well known for your kind of Shakespearean roles. Lovely to see you pop up a couple of years ago because we're big fans of Corrie Street here in New Zealand as well.
Oh, yes.
Was that crazy playwright? Was that good fun?
I loved it. I loved it. I've been watching Coronation Street since it began 50 years ago now. And to actually go into the Rover's Return and see them all there.
That would have been great.
And you don't know what to do. You don't know, is that Bill Roach or is it Ken Barlow? Is that Eileen Derbyshire or is it... And it can be a bit confusing, but they were so welcoming. They worked so hard. They're like little hobbits, actually. They're stuck underground in the set, you know, doing it 7 days a week almost, and many of them are older than I am. But for an outsider to drop in, they're terribly welcoming and very modest. But of course, for me, it's the other way around. I'm so impressed with them and brilliant performances, particularly the old-timers, that... and you don't get any rehearsal, really. They don't need rehearsal because they've been playing the parts for so long, but I had to sort of cobble together a character, but it was so beautifully written. I had a ball. Yes, 10 episodes. And unfortunately, my character was such a nasty guy and let them all down badly and left Weatherfield in disgrace. I don't see how he can ever be invited back.
There'll be some kind of reincarnation, I'm sure. So, The Hobbit, we're still kind of waiting to find out about. Will you be looking forward to then getting this beard off, if that's the case?
I will. I'll... Yes, when we finish in Cape Town, did I mention we were going there? Yes. I will take the scissors. But unfortunately, under this, there's a bit of an old scrag, you know, that my vanity doesn't like. So I might keep a little bit of a beard just to distract attention from that.
So that Gandalf look really worked for you then, didn't it?
It did, yeah. But I'll be cutting all this off and looking a bit more part of the human race. Yes. And then, no, Gandalf was all makeup and false nose.
But you wore it well. My goodness, you wore it well.
Thank you. Yes, well, it was one of the great parts, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Well, Sir Ian, it's lovely to have met you.
Oh, thank you, and you.
And can I just say, I know that you publicly said you fell in love while you were in Wellington, which is exciting to be, you know, the city of love. We can take that from Paris. But I think as a nation, we fell in love with you, and you've always been so complimentary and respectful of our country and of us.
Well, effortlessly. Come and see the show. Oh, and I've got to have to tell you, I think you can get in for $29 if you book on the day of the performance. So that's a real old bargain.
It is a bargain, so don't miss out.
And kids come and see it. Young people love this play.
Everybody. Isaac Theatre Royal opens tonight. Don't miss out. Book your tickets now. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye-bye then.